Hi there, welcome to Floating in Dreams. These are bright winter lipsticks I love to wear. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. A couple of weeks ago, I did a video all about vampy lips. I love vampy lipsticks in the fall season, but it's November. I'm getting to be at my palest of the year yet again, and that's when I like to transition into brighter, more vibrant things. Because I do have a cool to neutral undertone, and sometimes these vampy things and also nude things can have a little bit of warmth in them. They can look a little orange. So if I then have to shift to something, I might as well go bold. So these are all bolder options. There's 11 of them here because one of them I do think is discontinued now. But I've got 5 affordable options and then something that's a little bit more balmy because we are heading into winter and maybe we want to give our lips a little bit more. And then I do have some high-end options as well. So let's chat bright, bold winter lipsticks. So I was just wearing a little bit of balm already on my lips, and the first options I have for you are actually what I would dub sort of like a tinted lip balm. This is in fact a tinted lip balm. Here is the Glossier Wild Fig Balm, no, blackcherrybalm.com. I also have the one in Wild Fig, that's why I'm confused. And this looks a little gross always, but it is also quite a deep shade. So this could also go into the vampy category, but I feel that as this shears out, it's more of like a bright berry cherry sort of thing. And that's definitely where I feel all of these lipsticks are going to fall into. Like the color category here is going to be like vibrant pinky purples, berry tones, and anything that's sort of like cherry leaning I also love. So here's what Glossier Black Cherry looks like on my lips. I may have actually featured this in my vampy lipstick category as well, because this is sort of like a subtle vampy lip, you could say, but it doubles really nicely in this like more vibrant category. It has like a little bit of darkness to it, which I enjoy, so it's sort of like borderline vampy, but not too much. It does have that hint of red that I like about it, and this is just incredibly balmy. I don't have the like unflavored or like uncolored versions of the balm.com because as far as a true lip balm goes, I don't think this is nourishing enough for my lips. I've been using the Catrice Lip Pillow Plush Peptide Lip Mask to sort of hydrate my lips at the start of the day. And then I have a smaller version of the Dr. Pawpaws in my nighttime, like in my nightstand, so I can put that on before I go to bed. Those are the only times in the day that I like to apply a lip balm anyways, because I tend to wear quite full-on lipstick, as you can see. But this is nice if my lips do feel really dry or they're a little bit chipped and I just know that my lips are going to need that nourishment throughout the day. This works really well. Another Glossier product, I just really like them for their more sheer, balmy sort of vibes, you could say. It's their Ultralip in Vesper. And Vesper, again, looks quite dark in the tube, but this is actually like a really nice sort of like purpley red, you could say, and it has a very thin texture, so it's not going to look like this once you apply it. I do feel I need to put lip balm on my lips and then apply something like this over it, just because of the balmy texture of my lips just kind of helps work the color into my lips a little bit more. And I do find that this does last longer than the traditional like balm.com I just showed you. So that's more like your classic lip balm sort of situation. This still feels balmy, but I do feel it needs a little bit of help. This color payoff can also be a little bit like patchy if you're not too careful, so this isn't as easy on the go as the other one is. So here is what Vesper looks like from Glossier in their Ultra Lip formula. It's a beautiful shade. It doesn't really go with the eye look I've got going on today. I do have to be fair, I have to be very honest here, but I still had to do a couple of makeup looks so I could use them for my eyeshadow palette review later this month. So if things are a little bit mismatching, that could be the case. But I am wearing a navy blue sweater today because a lot of these shades I love wearing when I'm wearing a navy top. So I did sort that out for you. And I definitely think the more purple we go, the more the lipstick will go with the eyeshadow I have on, because the eyeshadow is very sort of like periwinkle, purpley blue sort of vibe. So the more cool toned we go, the more purpley toned we go, I think the more it will go with the rest of my makeup look. But yeah, this is a beautiful product. I wear this loads. Again, I tend to reach for this product more so in like the winter time because of the more balmy texture. It is more intense though than the Black Cherry Balm.com for sure. That has a very subtle, like more of a hint of tint to it, whereas this has far more intense, already opaqueness to it, but it is still like a sheer formula. It has a lot of shine to it as well. So makes your lips look fuller and plumper just because of the shininess that it has, not because it's an actual lip plumper. And it still makes your lips feel very comfortable throughout the day. So this is another one of those products where color-wise, I do need to touch it up like halfway through the day. It's not super long wearing, but it does feel great on the lips. And it always gives my lips that extra pick-me-up if my lips do feel a little bit more dry. So that's it for the sheer balmy category. I want to start us off with the drugstore options first. And in here, I do have something that falls into the sheer category, but it's more like a sheer lipstick and it isn't as balmy as the other two options I've already shown you. It's this lipstick from Milano. It is their, what are these called again? The fetish lipsticks, and these are the slimline ones. They also do a matte version, but they have a bullet that you need to twist up. These are a little bit creamier, a little bit shinier than the matte versions are, and these come in really nice, fun, vibrant colors, and I think this is really going to go with the rest of my makeup look. I'm also wearing purpley pink blush today, especially for the occasion. No, I was also testing those out in my Shop My Stash in case you did watch that video as well. This is in the shade Kink. I also have this in the bright pink, but this is my favorite one of the two because I actually have another bright pink that I like a little bit better than the Milano one, but this is another great like sheer lipstick formula. And here you have Kink by Milano in their fetish lipstick line in the more balmy, sheer formula that they do. So with these, you do need to be very careful because the other formula is completely different. It's very opaque. It feels a little heavier on the lips. This still has hydration to it, but I do feel it's more like a classic lipstick. So it's not going to replace the use of a lip balm or help nourish your lips as much as the Glossier options I just showed you. But I love this shade. Don't be intimidated by the tube. Don't be intimidated by the shade you get inside it, because this lipstick, like, it looks so intense. Do you see that? But then on the lips, it's this really pretty sort of purpley pink. It just adds a little bit of color. It's not too in your face. So this is again an option where I feel if some of the other options I'm showing you today are a little bit too on the nose for you, but you do want that bright, fun, bold color for winter, then this, it's going to elevate any look. It's going to make you happy. I don't know about you, but winter, especially like December, I know we're gearing up for Christmas, but December and January are my least favorite months of the year. Not because I don't like the festive season, but it's always super busy at work. There's less daytime. I'm always like a little bit down. Usually somewhere in December or January, I'll also become ill. If I get a flu, it's that time of year. So there's always that going on for me. So I love having these like instant pick-me-ups. And that's what all of these shades represent for me. It just perks me up. It makes me happy. It's just like a little bundle of joy in a lipstick. And I hope these first couple of options show you that you can find that little hint of dopamine, or hit of dopamine, I should say, at an affordable price point. Next up is sadly a lipstick that is discontinued. However, you can find a shade that is very similar to this, but it's much more expensive. What am I talking about? I'm of course talking about the Catrice Scandalous Matte Lipstick in Casually Overdressed. This entire range was discontinued by Catrice earlier in the year, and it makes me very sad because 080 Casually Overdressed has been a go-to for me. It's another purpley pink. That's the only way to categorize this. New Wave by Lisa Eldridge, which I'm going to be showing to you later in the video, is very similar to this. So make sure to swatch this on the back of my hand so we can compare the shades. I do know that the Lisa Eldridge one has a hint more warmth to it. This is actually cooler toned, which is why of the two, this is actually my favorite. I didn't get a chance to pick up a backup. Some people were saying maybe you should do that, but I still have plenty of lipstick left. It takes ages for a lipstick to be used up. And if I were to buy a backup right now, I'm afraid it would just expire before I can even get to it. So I didn't want to buy a backup just for that. Catrice has done shades like this in the past anyways. So I'm just hoping they're going to come out with a new bullet lipstick formula in the next year or so. And they're going to do another really fun shade like this. A gal can hope. This shade makes me so happy. This is Catrice's Casually Overdressed on my lips, and now you can tell why I need to wear the navy blue sweater, I hope, because the navy blue just really sort of helps elevate the entire look, and now I really love the periwinkle eye look I've got on as well. This is just an excellent formula. If you can still find this in a sales bin, highly recommend, get it. Another favorite in this category for me is Revlon's Cherries in the Snow. It's a classic for a reason. This is their super lustrous range. Again, I believe Revlon is one of those brands that does the same name of lipstick in different formulas. So look for the one that has the flat sort of lipstick bullet and that is supported by the actual tube. So again, this is a more creamy formula. Again, it's just what I really enjoy for the colder weather as well. So I'm really happy to have so many of these like drugstore options as well for you. And this is beautiful. I fell in love with it hard when I first started testing it out. And it's a classic for a reason. I believe Revlon has been doing this shade since the 50s. So if it's around for that long, then you know it's going to be good. And this is just a really good sort of like reddish tone, but it has this really nice hint of like vibrant pinky blue to it, which makes it an excellent shade for, again, that little hit of dopamine. Another one that makes me happy. I just want to do a little happy dance when I put these on. Revlon's Cherry in the Snow. I just told you, I fell in love hard with Revlon. This was one of the first shades I picked up again. I used to wear loads of Revlon lipsticks back in the day. Then they became really hard to find for me. And then I spotted a couple of the displays in Boots in the UK, picked up a couple of shades, and then found out that Zalando here in the Netherlands actually sells them online. So that makes it a little easier for me to find. And then I think last year for Singles Day, I picked up a bunch of Revlon lipsticks, and this is the one that kicked it off. This is just beautiful. It's sort of like a red for where you want to, like, it's not truly a red. It's got a lot of pink coming through. But what I'm trying to say is, like, some people find red lipstick really intimidating. And I feel that this has, because of the balmy texture, again, it has a little bit of shine. So it's going to make your lips look a little bit fuller. But because of that sort of quality that it has, it's sort of like the next best thing after a red. So if you're looking for a red lipstick, but you're intimidated by it, try this one. Because this has that sort of look, that sort of vibe, but then it's not too in your face. It's not going to be too much of like a, I try to glam up too much. It's really, really beautiful on. Another favorite of mine is a slightly lesser known brand because they're Spanish and I feel like they're only sold here in the EU. So nobody really talks about Mina. It's spelled like, it's written with like a 3, like an M tilted to the side so it looks like a 3. They number all of their products, and then in different product categories within the range, you'll find the same shade number. So if you find a lipstick you love, they probably also have a blush in this shade. So if you want to mix and match, they also do loads of really fun, colorful things, which is great. So they're not the cheapest, you could say. And the only time I've really been able to find them in store is in London. Superdrug carries the brand, as far as I know. And they do have, of course, since they're Spanish, counters in Spain. So when I was in Spain last year, I was able to finally spot the full collection. And it's amazing. It's a really good quality brand. It's a bit pricey because makeup in Europe just tends to be a bit more expensive. And this lipstick in 384, it's just called The Lipstick. I love a brand that keeps it simple. Look at this. Look at that shade. And I just love how the tube matches the shade exactly. It makes it so easy to find these things. This does fall a little bit in like the vampy category of what I'm showing you today. So it's not entirely like the fun, bright things that I'm showing you here with like the little purples or stuff. This truly is more of a berry tone, but it's so stunning. It's so stunning. Let me show you. Again, happy dance. Happy dance time, because this is such a beautiful lipstick. Here is Mina, the lipstick in 384. Do I need to say anything about this other than if you're looking for, again, something that's truly great for like the festive season and you don't want to go for a standard red lip, go for something like this. I think you can find this lipstick shade in other brands. I feel a lot of brands do berries like this, so you don't have to go Mina, but this type of shade, it's absolutely stunning. This is just, every single time I put this on, not only does it make me happy, it's got that sort of oomph to it that makes it a little bit more glammed up, so it's great for like parties and stuff. But it can even work for every day. I mean, because it's quite an intense shade, and the formula, like, it's pretty pigmented as well. So you could also wear this as a stain, blot it down. Like, you can wear this in many different ways, and I think this blotted with a really nice lip liner can be a great look as well. So you just have so many options if you have shades like this in your collection. That's also why I like vampy shades. I remember, I think it was Lisa Eldridge years ago doing a video on her channel when some of the deeper tones of her velvet matte range, the True Velvets, actually came out. And she did this video about showing you how one really deep lipstick can be 4 or 5 different looks depending on how opaque you apply the formula. So shades like this are just incredibly versatile, and with one lipstick, like this could also be blush. Like this is the type of lipstick color you can put all over your face if you'd want to. Like if you're in a pinch, or if you're just someone who likes to keep it very pared down and minimal, shades like this just work really well. So Mina 384, perfection in a lipstick. And I love the bullet on this one as well. Did you see how sharp that point is? Makes it so easy to be super precise, which with shades like this, you need. Finally, for the drugstore options, I have another Lisa Eldridge dupe for you. I've shown this in many other videos before, but Kiko Milano does some excellent lipstick colors as well. I'm just showcasing this one because it's the one that I feel fits this category the best of what we're chatting about today. But I've tried every single Kiko formula there is on the market. I did a video with it last January, which I can link down below in case you want to see. But this, nothing beats it. This is the Velvet Passion lipstick in the shade Cherry, which I believe is 412. I can't read this. 312. That's the shade number. And this is a beautiful, very vibrant, blue toned red. So this is not going to go with the periwinkle eye, but this is great. Like, I feel like reds, again, fall within a spectrum. There isn't just one red lipstick. Some reds can have a bit more brown in them, some have a bit more orange, but a truly super blue toned red, very difficult to find. This one is great, and it's actually a dupe for one of the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks I'm still about to show you. So again, I'll make sure to swatch this on the back of my hand like I did with the Catrice so you can see these shades side by side. But this is a really, really lovely lipstick formula, even on its own record. But within the Velvet Passion range, you can find loads of dupes and then some for a lot of the Lisa Eldridge True Velvet shades. So if you don't only want a shade dupe, but you also want a formula dupe, look for this. And this is actually the case with quite a few Kiko Milano lipstick ranges. They are really, really good at doing high-end feeling makeup for a fraction of the price. So Kiko Milano is made in Italy, in case you don't know, and a lot of luxury makeup is also made in Italy. So I'm really suspecting, I've said this many times before, that a lot of Kiko Milano is probably made in the same factories as a lot of these luxury makeup brands, which is why I feel they are so much like a better deal than getting the high-end product sometimes. I mean, I've tried so many Kiko Milano in the past, not just lipsticks, a lot of their makeup, and so many of those products become my favorite, and they kick out the high-end version of that product in my makeup collection. So And this lipstick, I still like the Lisa Eldridge better though. I do have to say, with the lipstick, I do like that one better. But again, if you're looking for the same kind of formula, the same kind of shade, at a more affordable price point, then look into this line. And here is Kiko Milano's Velvet Passion in 312 Cherry. It's such a beautiful shade. Let me swatch it on the back of my hand so I don't forget. But this is such a beautiful lipstick. As you can see, this is very on the nose. If you don't like very vibrant lipstick, this isn't for you. This is not for the faint of heart. It's very bold. It's very in your face. But it is one of those lipsticks where, you know, the red lipstick theory of you put a red lipstick on and your skin looks better. This lipstick does that. It makes your teeth look whiter. It just perks up your entire face, especially because of that blue undertone. So if you were looking for a good red and you don't want it to break the bank for this holiday season, I would go with something like this. You can go like deeper, like again, red works within a spectrum. You have things that have a little bit more purple in them, so then they are a little bit more berry leaning as well. Or maybe if you have a super warm undertone, you do need there a little bit of yellow or brown in there. There are loads of different options on the market, but this is definitely one of my favorites. Next up, we move into the very much high-end things. And one of my favorites, if you've been with me, this beautiful tube is Gucci's Love Before Breakfast. This is from their satin range. Again, Gucci is a brand that does the same name in different types of lipstick formulas, but the shades aren't always the same. So you do need to look for the tube. I love this gold metal packaging. Like, it's so luxe. It feels so beautiful. And this is, of course, pricey makeup. I bought these when they were first introduced a couple of years ago. I think at the time they were 40 or 42 euros. I believe these lipsticks now go for 50. So there's been a huge price increase for those. Make up your own mind if this is something you're, like, the amount of money you're willing to pay for a lipstick. I can also imagine that this is a little bit like stretching it for some people. But if you were looking to like buy something in the Black Friday sales next week, or I think in 2 weeks time actually there's Black Friday, or you want to like splurge on something nice for yourself in the holiday season, or if you want to like get like spend a gift voucher or something, or put it on your your Christmas wish list, then this could be a nice little perk me up as well. Love Before Breakfast is more of like a pink tone. It's more of like a pinky berry, and I love it for this time of year. And the satin formula of Gucci I really enjoy, especially again in the fall winter season, because my lips can be a little bit drier. This isn't like as creamy as some of the other things I've shown you, but it still has hydration to it, yet it has pigment. Like, this is very pigmented. Again, not for the faint of heart. This is going to be very much in your face. Another happy dance. This is what Love Before Breakfast by Gucci looks like on my lips. It's a bit intense perhaps with the eyes, but I think this works. It's really pretty. It has such a beautiful, more vibrant, again, pick me up, perk me up sort of quality to it. I put this lipstick on and it puts an instant smile on my face. What else could you want? Now, everything else I have left for you are all Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, and if you know anything about me, you know I love these. I'll start by comparing some of these to these two drugstore lipsticks that I swatched for you. So the one that's most similar to the Catrice Scandalous Matte is New Wave. This is from the Insanely Saturated line. This looks more purple in the tube, I feel. It goes on more pinky toned on the lips than it does look in the tube. But these are pretty much the same thing. The Lisa Eldridge one is below. Like, you can see it's got a little bit less sheer pigment, but the Catrice, if you like build it up enough, it's just going to look the same. And I definitely feel that you can see that the Catrice one has a hint of blue to it that the New Wave one doesn't quite have. Like, the New Wave has perhaps a little bit more pink leaning, and the Catrice skews ever so slightly more purple toned. And here is what New Wave looks like on me. So it's a very similar vibe to the Catrice, but because this has like a richer amount of pigment to it, it does feel more vibrant and more even, like it's even bolder than the Catrice, I feel. So for every day, the Catrice probably works a bit better, but I wore this to work again the other day and I felt perfectly fine. It's such a beautiful color and it just goes so well with more cool tone looks that you might do. Why is my foundation so smudgy? It's because you've been taking off too many of your lipstick swatches, Micah, but yeah, this is beautiful. It goes really well with a smoky eye as well. So if you're doing like a gray black smoky eye and then this lip, killer. It also works really well if you do a very neutral eye and like a bold dark wing. So like a black winged liner. If that's your look, and this lipstick is just perfectly fine. So this is again, super bright, super colorful, super bold, and just a really nice, happy color. And then the other one from Lisa Eldridge that I would recommend if this is easier for you to get, or again, if you just want to splurge, is Velvet Ribbon. This is one of the true velvets. Here's what the entire bullet lipstick looks like. And like I mentioned, this is the same sort of shade as the Kiko Milano in Cherry, or the Kiko Milano is the same as the Lisa Eldridge. You can see here how similar they actually are, and that the Kiko one is definitely also a formula dupe for these kind of lipsticks. I still love my Lisa Eldridge ones the best. We all know how much I wear these. If you follow my Shop My Sashes, there's always a handful of Lisa Eldridge lipsticks that I've worn throughout the month. I have the entire range of all the bullet lipsticks that she has come out with, save for the newer refillable ones. I just got a couple of the shades that I didn't own yet because that formula isn't my favorite. And also the lip balms that she did, I only have 2 of those. But everything that comes in this like thicker like tube, that like the Luxuriously Lucents I have all of the Insanely Saturated, and I have all of the true velvets that she's ever come out with. Because I just love these so much. They were an instant hit. Velvet Ribbon was one of the first ones I bought. The one I had originally did break, but because because this is quite new, it doesn't look that used, but the one I had just, it had so much usage on it. But yeah, it's the one that I bought at the same time, which is Velvet Muse. I'm currently trying to pan and it's almost gone, so these are just my favorite lipsticks ever. If you're looking to splurge on lipstick, Lisa Eldridge would be my pick, personally. Another happy dance. Here is what Velvet Ribbon looks like on my face. Like I said, I just love this lipstick. It's, again, an instant pick-me-up. This is my favorite red from the entire Lisa Eldridge range, I'd have to say. But in this, during the festive season, I should say, I also really enjoy Velvet Jazz and Velvet Duchess. Those are also front and center in my makeup collection. So if you want something slightly darker that has more purple to it and it's a little less vibrant and not as like blue toned as this, then those could be nice cool tone red options that still look red but have a hint of the vampiness to it. She also does some really stunning, very orange tone things. Velvet Cinnabar is a really nice sort of brown toned red that she does. Velvet Dragon is one that she does that has a lot of yellow running through it. So if you're looking also for a red lipstick, I feel Lisa Eldridge has a lot to offer. And now we've come to the final lipstick, which is another Lisa Eldridge one. This is again from the Insanely Saturated line, and this is Skyscraper Rose. And this is sort of like the matte version of Love Before Breakfast by Gucci that I just showed you. But there's just something about this that I like even better. It has a little bit of depth to it that I feel is missing from Love Before Breakfast. So that's very bright and very vibrant. But this still, I can't call it muted because it's a very bright lipstick. But it just has something to it that makes it a little bit more wearable for me. And it will actually go perfectly with this makeup look. I do have to film some other videos after this, so that's definitely what I will be doing. And here we have just a really beautiful, very bold, vibrant lipstick. Another happy dance, because this is just, like I said, a beautiful lipstick. can we just take a moment? Oh, it goes so well with the makeup look as well. Oh, I did a good job. I did a good job. I was hoping I could end with this one so that I could tie the entire look together, but yeah. This is an absolute stunner of a lipstick. I do only tend to wear it exclusively in like November and December, it seems. Because I just do not really gravitate towards shades like this for the rest of the year all that much. Sometimes a little bit in like January or February. It's like really a winter shade for me. Whereas you might look at this and think like, oh, it's so vibrant, it's going to be so fun for spring, summer. But then I like other things. I don't know why exactly, but this, like, it's got pigmentation. It's got a truly very impactful, bright pinky berry sort of vibe to it. It's long lasting. What else could you want? And like I said, shades like this, I do feel can be a little harder to find at a drugstore price point. Like, they do plenty of bright pinks at the drugstore, but it's always these Barbie pink, very blue, heavy leaning sort of vibes. And this has just a little bit more oomph to it. There's just a little bit more to it. I love the color of this so, so very much. And again, this is why I went with the blue top today, because I was like, it's gonna be perfect match. So thanks so much for watching this video here today. I hope this was helpful. If you were looking for inspiration on what to wear this winter, what you would like to go for, and maybe there's something you want to invest in here as well. Loads of options here, so I really hope you enjoyed watching this video today. Thumbs it up if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more by me, and I hope to see you again in a next video. Bye-bye.